Hello everyone, Joe Biden here. I just want to thank you all for supporting the American Jewish Committee and for taking part in the 2019 Global Forum. You know, for more than a century, AJC has taken up the essential work of combating anti-Semitism, not only in our society, but around the world. And I'm sorry to say the work remains even more significant today than it's been in the recent past. We see all too clearly how the poison of anti-Semitism continues to affect our society. We've mourned too many incidents and innocent lives that are lost in Pittsburgh and Poway and elsewhere. You know, when I saw what happened in Charlottesville with Klansmen and neo-Nazis and the KKK coming out of the fields carrying torches, chanting the same anti-Semitic bile we heard across Europe in the 30s. And they were met by a courageous group of Americans. A violent clash ensued. And then the President of the United States responded by saying, quote, "There were some very fine people on both sides." Very fine people? That's when I knew I couldn't stay in the sidelines. I knew I had to step up. I had to run. Make no mistake about it. We are in a battle for the soul of our nation. And we need leadership that recognizes the seriousness of this rather than assigning a moral equivalence between those who promote hate and those who oppose it. We have to stand up. We have to speak out against anti-Semitism. Because as you all have taught me over the years, as my dad taught me, silence is complicity. Because that's the way our democracy is supposed to work. Speak up. For all our faults, all our failures, we've tried to live up to our values. We have to keep moving closer to those ideas, even though we haven't met it. But we've never abandoned the notion before that unites us all as Americans. We, the people. Most of you know me. You know that what I stand for. You know that I'm running for president to restore the values that are at the core of who we are as a nation. You know, they're the same values that have long shaped my support for Israel. Because the relationship between our nations has never been about any individual leaders. It's been about the kinship, the connection, the values that Americans and Israelis share. Support for Israel is too important to be a political football or a partisan issue. It's about all that unites us as a people. Our shared democratic values, our spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship, our determination to overcome every obstacle and endure. You know, I'll never forget my first visit to Israel as a young senator in 1973. I was a freshman. I had the great opportunity of meeting Golda Meir. That's when she told me Israel had a secret weapon for her survival. She said, "Senator, we have nowhere else to go." That's why I've been so adamant that Israel be able to defend itself by itself, although we come to its aid, but by itself. It's not just critical for Israel's security, it's critical for America's security. I'm proud that the Obama-Biden administration demonstrated unprecedented support for Israel, including bolstering the life-saving Iron Dome system and signing a new record-setting 10-year security agreement with Israel. But friends, we also have to tell each other the truth, and that includes offering criticism on policies that are counterproductive to peace. Because despite the fact that there's violence and recrimination that we see today in the region, peace is still the most important element to Israel's security. You know, we have to help the Palestinians return to the peace table, but they have to be ready to negotiate. They have to be ready to recognize a two-state solution as the only way forward. And their children has had the same rights. All children have the right to pursue their dreams and achieve their full potential. You know, defending the basic human rights and religious freedoms of all people is central to the mission of the American Jewish Committee. It's central to everything that unites Israel and the United States of America. None of this is easy. We have to try for the sake of the shared values we cherish. May God bless our two great nations with peace and prosperity and lasting friendship. And make sure, only way we can make sure, never again